Are you looking for a list of the 10 most recently discovered species? There have been many discoveries of previously unknown animal species in different regions of the world. Today's video is about the top 10 newly discovered species. So, before starting the video, please like this video, do subscribe, and turn on the notification to our channel for future updates. 10. Dumbo Octopus. One of the top 10 newly discovered animals is a type of octopus called Grimpoteuthis. Because of how it looks, it is also called a Dumbo octopus. They are small, about 8 inches long, with small arms and a ring-shaped body with pale shading. They are sometimes called one of cutest octopuses because they look and feel like teddy bears. If you want to see a Dumbo octopus, you have to deep dive to a depth of 13,000 feet. This is because they like to live in areas with very deep water. Because of where they live, they are one of the few animals that can survive this deep. They like to eat things like worms, snails, small fish, and other animals that live in the water. They eat snails, worms, and other animals they pick up from the bottom of the ocean. They use their arms to swim, catch food, lay eggs, and do other things. 9. Nano Chameleon. There is a department of zoology that found this new type of chameleon. Adult males are about 13.5 millimeters long, making them one of the smallest male reptile species on Earth. Compared to the other 51 species of chameleon, the new species has private parts that are unusually big. The review was included in a lot of published papers and other research reports. In the north of Madagascar, a group of German scientists and Malagasy scientists are working together to find one of the world's smallest reptiles. The scientific name for these nano chameleons is Bruchisia nano. They are about 13.5 millimeters long, and with the tail added, they are 22 millimeters long. Their home is a big worry. Also, trees are being cut down, which also hurts their habitat, so it's very important to take steps to protect their habitat and keep it from being destroyed. Most of the time, they live on Madagascar's mainland or in the mountains. This species will remain a mystery because they are so small and it's hard to find them. 8. Bright orange bat. The Nimba bat, which gets its name from the Nimba Mountains, is the third most recently found animal, which can be found in the West Africa area. Most of the time, they live in old caves or mining areas with big caves. The orange fur on their wings makes them easy to spot. This orange bat and one other species of bat are only found in this area, so it's important to protect it and keep it safe so that these two species of bat can live and thrive in their natural environment. Scarabs, tree bugs, flies, and other bugs are some of the things the Cape bushy bat eats. Since both species hide away from other people, it's possible that their diets are similar. Is thought to only cover a small area, which is the Nimban mountain range. The reach takes care of swamp rainforests and prairie vegetation on the slopes. The Kavala and Nuon rivers, which go through the mountain range, make the border between Guinea, Liberia, and Côte d'Ivoire. 7. Rice's whale. The Bay of Mexico whale is a type of baleen whale that lives near the Gulf of Mexico in the northern part of the United States. When they were first found, they were called bride whale subspecies. But later, genetic and skull studies showed that they were different, and they are now considered to be different species of baleen whales. Their bodies are smooth and even, and their backs are always a dark charcoal color. The undersides of their bodies are pink. There are a few big things that help you spot a rice whale and tell it apart from a bride whale. 3 of these things are the height of their heads. These species are easy to find because their nose bones have deep holes because their front face bones are wrapped. 6. Rockstar Ant. On the list of the top 10 newly discovered species, number 5 is a tiny insect with a great face that was found in the northwestern part of Ecuador. More specifically, it was found in Chaco Darien, which is a famous place for many animals to live. Scientist Douglas Boer found this species of ant. He noticed that there was something different about it, so he and his friend marked it as a new species of ant and gave it a name. Both men and women look pretty much the same when it comes to their sexuality, so it's hard to tell them apart. Well, do you like what you are seeing so far? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep watching because you don't want to miss what we have at the number 1 spot. 5. Screaming frog. The crying out tree frog is a frog that many people in eastern Australia are familiar with. The frog probably has the loudest call of any Australian frog, and it has been described as a very loud, high-pitched shriek that is almost too painful to listen to. Already, it was thought that this frog had been taken from southeast Queensland in the north all the way across the border into Victoria in the south. There are 3 different kinds of these frogs, and they all look different. For example, the thin crying out tree frog is thin and has a white line running down its side, while males have a dark vocal sac. The shouting tree frog isn't nearly as thin and doesn't have a white line running down its side. Instead, the males have a bright yellow vocal sac. 4. Kukri snake. It was found when a picture of it was posted on Instagram and 2 scientists saw it. This made them go to the banner and collect some of the species. Most of them live in the Indian state of Himachal Pradesh. They are called Shura because they were first seen in Himachal's Shura Valley. The first person to see these snakes was an Indian photography student named Virender Bhardwaj. They are a medium-sized snake with a breathing hole that is about 277 millimeters long and 17 lines of scales in the middle of their bodies. About 170 to 177 scales cover the underside of their yellow bodies, which are brown on the sides. 3. Starlike octopus. Octopus ginda is a type of octopus that is part of the larger O. vulgaris group. Before not too long ago, it was thought that O. vulgaris could be found all over the world. However, careful work has found that there are actually many different mysterious species in the group. This paper builds on previous genetic research that showed differences between populations of the desolate octopus, also known as the normal Sydney octopus. It was just recently remembered that it was found on both the east and west coasts of Australia, and it was thought that the populations stayed connected because larvae moved around on the sea currents. Still, this new paper shows that the western population, from Shark Strait to Cape Stupendous, is a clear animal group. Another octopus is number 8 on the list of the top 10 newly discovered animals. As the species is caught as part of a sustainable fishery that is overseen by the branch of Essential Ventures and Provincial Turn of Events, it is not thought to be in danger of going extinct. Each person was counted and recorded, and broad biomass measurements were made to make sure there wouldn't be a population drop. 2. Horsehair worm. Horsehair worms, which are also known as Gordian worms, belong to the group Nematomorpha. They are like nematodes, but they are much longer and much weaker. They live in or near water, like in or near streams or puddles. They can also be found in storage areas, animal water tanks, or any open outdoor space with water. These harmless, curious animals wriggle slowly, twisting their hairy bodies into complicated knots. Horsehair worms live as parasites in groups of grasshoppers, crickets, cockroaches, and a few scarabs. When they are old enough, they leave the host to lay eggs. Adults mate in the water and females lay long, thick rows of eggs. Depending on the temperature of the water, the eggs hatch in 2 weeks to 90 days. No one knows for sure that the tiny hatchlings are there. In the 24 hours that the worm is in the egg, it makes a protective covering or growth. If a normal bug eats the blister, the protective covering breaks down, and the hatchling drills through the stomach wall and into the body cavity of the host. 1. Tiger beetle. Tiger scarabs are a large group of bugs from the subfamily Cicindolini that are known for being aggressive and fast. Rivacindila hudsoni, the fastest known type of tiger bug, can run at 9 km per hour, which is about 125 body lengths per second. Around 2005, scientists knew about 2,600 species and subspecies. The Oriental region had the most species, followed by the Neotropics. Tiger insects often have big bulging eyes, long, skinny legs, and huge jaws that are bent way back. All are wild, both as adults and as babies. The class Cicindela has cosmopolitan dissemination. So, that's it for today's video. What do you think of the number 1 spot? Hit us up in the comments and let's chat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications for our channel so you never miss what's coming next from us. Thanks for watching.